rods and cones, motherfucker. The pineal gland, okay, this is the corpus callosum, this brain structure here. This handles the left and the right, and it's also like a bird. It reflects into our body so that we can perceive land, okay? Our optic nerve terminates at the back of the brain. It doesn't go into the brain stem, but this retinal pathway does, and it goes all the way into our thoracic, and then it comes into the pineal, and then the pineal makes the melatonin. Let me show you something. The top of this chart is the head of a human from the side, and this is the moon and the sun, those two circles. The moon and the sun are specifically the first two cranial nerves, the olfactory and the optic, okay? And they are completely captive in the brain. They create or experience this way. What the pineal does with that pathway into, oh, there she is, the fucking weaver, I knew it. So what happens is the retina, the light comes in and goes down our spine a little bit and then back up through what the Taoists called the upper jade pass of reality. For the upper jade pass of reality is the lived experience of the green that occurs through light and the green that occurs through pigment. This is CMYK, this is Roy G. Biv. And in the center here, as the central nervous system, is the black and the white. The pathway of the spinal fluid is this. This is how we contemplate it. Against gravity. It's called negentropy, specifically in physics. But it's also mirroring the pathway of light down and up to get the fucking melatonin. To which I say to physics, you do not need light for your physics. You need gravity. Holy heck. And then we experience this kind of flow back to front from the pineal gland. We experience front to back flow through the oval and fucking round windows in our ears. As a whole cortex, the location is what we call the Crystal Palace in Taoist alchemy. It is now also possible that the triple burner, which is the double fire element in Chinese medicine, is pineal in nature. That is where we experience the corona as an inherent thing rather than what we're reading, apparent. This is apparent. All of this is inherent. And how we understand that is either through music and art and by making things. We can't show this in the third dimension. It's impossible. The nature of darkness is not with light. If you're still with me as I'm having these awarenesses, this is the 8th cranial nerve, the vestibulocochlear nerve. It maps to the experience of the trigeminal nerve, the abducens nerve, and the facial nerve. Because the abducens and facial nerves map to geometries that are impossible in the third dimension. They can only occur upside down and backwards, or in fluid, or in superposition, or in imagination, because it is not inherent to a human to be able to perceive the surface of Mars, much less the inner workings of our own fucking brains, not without cutting ourselves up. Does that make then the vestibulocochlear mapping inherently pineal? The pineal gland very likely could represent, it is likely that the pineal gland represents the center line in the trigrams.